Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Callie. This is my channel. It's usually super random. Today's gonna be a little random, all right? This video is titled A Game Called Life. I'm gonna explain what I know about the theory of how we all got here, really. It's a theory. It's another theory. So if you're into theories on how life existed, what we're doing here, how we got in this game, people are calling the matrix or a simulation, what it really means, make sure you watch the video. If you're new and this is something that interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, for those of you who are following over from my last video, you guys rock for listening to me talk for 16 minutes and then coming to listen to me talk some more. I really appreciate it. So, I really do. Anyway, because you talk and you're like, no one really cares what I have to say. That voice is like, no one really cares what you have to say. So why talk? And then I'm like, but I just feel the need to let it out, And then when I let it out, I get really good feedback and it makes me feel like, hey, I don't have to listen to that voice. It's worth it to share my perspective. And I hope everybody shares their perspective because we all need a little more perspective, We're only seeing things from our point of view, where it's time, we start opening up to other people, others, because that's the other part of this. But anyway, the game called life, right? So the theory is, I'm going to get right into it. The theory is we were all infinite cosmic beings able to create worlds by just a thought alone. Kind of like in Guardians of the Galaxy, I think it was the one guy's father, the God, I think he was even called the Ego or something, right? He could just create his own universes. Theory is we used to be beings like that, all right? And we saw fit to create a universe, put little beings in them, First it was, they say, the dinosaur beings, And we watched them like little toys, little dolls, We were looking in on them. This is the theory. I'm not saying this is the truth, but this is a theory. We were infinite cosmic beings. We decided to create this earth, this universe, fill it with beings, creatures, right? And watch them interact. And that's what we did, as the theory states. And eventually we got bored of that. And we decided, to change the game up a little. Like, let's have our beings die, or, have things happen, like have survival not be so easy, So the game shifted a little bit to accommodate, the rules. There was rules. Each being had to eat a certain amount to survive, sleep, things like that. The body degraded. You had to, then create a new body. So what they came up with was reproduction, is where these beings just reproduced themselves, And so then you didn't have to recreate a whole body. You could just keep going with that same body, that same make, that same build, right? So it started with the animals, and then somebody had the genius idea, hey, why don't we make bodies that look like us, in God's image? We'll make bodies in God's image, and let's get inside of them and play around on this little earth we created with all these other creatures, right? That's the theory. So we got in these bodies and started playing around, and eventually that got boring. There's only so much you can do, so then apparently, as theory states, we created pain, and we created, not so happy experiences, The game got a little twisted, and then one of the rules became that to enter the game, you had to completely forget who you were. So you had to completely forget that you were actually an infinite cosmic being stuck in this little tiny human body on this really, compared to it all, little tiny earth, physical reality. So once you wake up and realize who you are, well, do you want to play the game or do you want to get out? It's up to you. The choice is yours. We got the will, the free will. So they say, if that's the theory, that's the theory, right? And instead of, reproduction, this is where the theory gets interesting. Instead of actually, when you die, because the bodies had to die or else the game, wasn't so fun, because the bodies used to live hundreds of years. You remember in what's written in the Bible, which I'm not stating it as fact, I'm stating it as like a historic book with some manipulation for sure, but people used to live hundreds and hundreds of years. So they started dying sooner. But the whole theory behind reproduction is that the spirit didn't have to wait for a new body to become available. It didn't have to create a new body. It could just reproduce and then enter the next generation. So it's just a way for the same spirit within us all to live on. So that's why the theory, there was the first androgynous beings, which is also the theory is that they were water beings, So like if we came from the ocean, all I see, and I've been having these visions a little lately, is like I'll see Ariel having a tail, like a mermaid, but not like that type of mermaid, but like a real water creature, and then somehow getting legs and becoming human. I don't know if that's what happened, but it's something that I've been, curious about lately, and just having these weird visions and seeing things like that. And I don't know the relevancy, but the theory is the androgynous beings. But when we talk about the ancients, we don't think of the fact that, we could be the ancients in different bodies, That's why, when you do like your deity work or something, it may help to look at these as internal energies that you're bringing out of you rather than external reality or external, energies you have to rely on, something outside of you. Like that becomes a little unreliable sometimes. So yeah, that's the theory of the game called life. The song, it is a game that never ends. It goes on, my friend. When we started playing, we didn't know what it was about, and we are still playing because we forgot all about who we really are. Or I could just be one of like those crazy people who think like we're bigger than just these mere human tiny vessels we are living in now. I don't know. It's almost like the story of the egg, right? I did a story of the egg, which is like the theory of the star tricking us into coming back here again and again and again. The whole review of the life. If we died and we review our life and we're like, man, I wish I would have did that differently. And then you come back, that's why they say make sure you do what you came here for. So if you don't want to come back, you won't have to. Do what you came here for. Like, what did you come here for? I've heard reasons like, I came here to just do this or experience this. I came to experience flying a plane. I came to experience this or that, like, what did you come here for? Like, imagine we're at the carnival now. We're here, we're at the carnival. This is the Magic Fun House. What game do you want to play next? What ride do you want to ride next? What'd you come here for, Some people came to play the game, and they're very serious about the game. And the game is to establish dominion over the realm. So I'm going to lose storage. Anyway, I'm ending it here. I don't even know what to make of this video. What you guys think, let me know. It's a theory. It's an interesting theory. But we all know what theories are theories. How we prove them, well, I don't know. So sometimes they just, I don't know how we go about proving theories. A lot of people believe theories as fact when they're just theory. But is it the belief that fuels the theory? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a great night, great day. And I will see you guys all next time.